Hi everybody, welcome to today's story time. Today I'm going to be reading The Snowman and the Snow Dog. Should we start? Boys and girls, get your fingers ready, get your hands ready. Are we ready? Hello everyone, it's nice to see you here. Listen very carefully, let's see what we have here. So today's story is The Snowman and the Snow Dog. Can you see? Get comfortable then, snuggle up, get your listening ears on. Are we ready? Come on, called Billy to his old dog. We're here. Let's explore our new home. But Billy's dog was too old and tired for exploring. As the months passed, he became slower and slower, and then one day he died. Together, Billy and his mum buried him in the garden. Winter came. Billy was lonely. He missed his old friend. He had written a letter to Father Christmas and was about to take it downstairs when he tripped over a loose floorboard. What's this? Thought Billy as he pulled out an old shoebox. Inside, he found a worn-out hat and some pieces of coal, a shriveled tangerine, and a tatty green scarf. As Billy unfolded the scarf, an old photograph dropped out. This is the photograph, can you see? And then he realised another boy lived here, and he made this amazing snowman. I'm going to make a snowman too, thought Billy, just like this one. He took the box and ran outside. He put his hat on first, look, had to keep himself warm. And he began to build his own snowman. And he used 2 pieces of coal for the eyes and a new tangerine for the nose. And at last he gave him a nice big smile. His snowman was perfect. But there was still plenty of snow left. Billy had an idea. He started building again. And bit by bit, with 2 socks for his ears, he made a snow dog. Now it was late. Billy had to say goodnight to his 2 new friends, and he went inside to bed. At midnight, Billy was woken by a muffling bark. He peered out of the window and rubbed his eyes in disbelief. Did the snow dog move? He ran downstairs and flung open the back door. And then the most magical thing happened. What do you think happened? The snowman and the snow dog came to life. Wow, how amazing! The snowman politely shook his hand, and the snow dog bounded up to say hello. Then he was off up the garden where he found the old dog's ball, and he wanted to play. But the snowman had found something too. It was a sledge. Billy climbed on board. Out through the gate, they went towards the park and up the hill. When Billy reached the top, Billy gasped in amazement. The air was full of flying snowmen rising up from their gardens below. What a magical sight! I've never seen a flying snowman before, have you? We'll have to keep our eyes open next time it snows outside. Suddenly, the snowman took Billy's hand and started to run. Billy grabbed the snow dog, and just before he knew it, they were flying. Wow, they were flying over the houses. Low over the rooftops they flew, then high above the city and across the countryside. All of a sudden, the snowman sneezed and his tangerine nose blew off. They swooped down to find it, but when they landed, they found something really exciting. "Whoa!" cried Billy. "An aeroplane!" Together, they went back to take a closer look. They climbed in, and with the snowman at the controls, they were flying again. Out to sea they flew, on and on towards the North Pole. And what a sight greeted them when they arrived. There were snowmen and snow women everywhere. They had all come to compete in the Snowman's annual downhill race. How exciting! Billy and the snowman reached the starting line just in time. The whistle blew and they were off. Twisting and turning, they sped down the course. Soon, Billy and the snow dog were the only ones left, battling it out with a penguin. Just as they seemed certain the penguin would win, the little snow dog stretched forward and broke the finishing line tape with his nose. They won! Yay! Amidst the celebrations, Father Christmas arrived. He handed Billy a small parcel. "This is for you. Happy Christmas." But there was no time to open the parcel. Dawn was breaking and it was time to go. When they landed in Billy's back garden, it was time for him to go back inside to bed. I wish you could come with me," said Billy, "but you would melt indoors." Billy's eyes filled with tears. He reached into his pocket for a hanky, and instead he found his present from Father Christmas. Quickly he unwrapped it, and inside was a brand new dog collar. He fastened it around the snow dog's neck. "There you are," he said, "just like a proper dog now. And doesn't he look smart?" He turned to go, but as he did, the snow dog's collar started to glow, brighter and brighter and brighter, until suddenly, woof! And there the snow dog, and where he had been was a real life dog, his tail wagging with delight. "Oh!" cried Billy, scooping him up. "You're just what I asked for in my letter to Father Christmas." Overjoyed, he hugged the snowman, and then it was time to go inside. Back in his bedroom, Billy waved goodnight to the snowman outside. Then he snuggled down in bed with his new friend. "I think I'll call you Socks," he said, as he drifted off to sleep. But when Billy woke up, Socks was nowhere to be seen. Billy's heart sank. Had it all been a dream? Then, hearing an excited bark, Billy rushed downstairs, and there was Socks waiting to go out and play. Billy opened the door, and out Socks sped, bounding towards the snowman. But the snowman was gone, melted away in the early morning sun. And that was the end of the story. So Billy had got his dream in the end, hadn't he? He'd got a new friend, the snow dog. What an exciting story. So guys, today I've got some activities for you to try at home that are inspired by this story, the snowman and the snow dog. So first of all, I've got an old empty water bottle and I've turned it into a snowman. Can you see? So what I've done is I've poured the water out. We drank it first, obviously, we haven't wasted it. And I've tied this ribbon around for the snowman's scarf, so that's where his neck is. I've drawn on some eyes, a nose, and some buttons for the mouth, and some buttons there for the snowman. And inside you can see I have some cotton wool. And this is an activity for the children to have a go at home. So what you will need, as well as the bottle, and I drew these on with Sharpie pens so that they don't wipe off, because some felt tips are not very good on plastic. So I've got some snowballs here, and the boys and girls, what they have to do, they can use their fingers if they want, and they can try and put them in the top. And can we fill up the water bottle to make our own snowman? For older children, they might want to have a go with some of these tweezer things and try and pick the snowballs up. Once you get to the top, it might be a little bit tricky and you might have to use your fingers to pop them in. So for this activity, you can use language as you are going along, asking your children what they are doing. They're using their fine motor skills to pick up the snowballs, and they are having fun filling and making their own snowman. And then when it's full to the top, we can maybe give it a shake, put a lid on, and you've got your own snowman. How exciting is that? So I hope you guys have a go at that one. That's activity 1. Next, I thought we'd get a little bit creative, and you could do some snowman pictures using lots of different materials. So anything that you've got around the home, really. But what I've done is to make the shape of the snowman, I've used a cup like this. I've popped some paint onto a plate, and I've put the cup on the plate and used it to make the shape of the snowman so that it's hollow. So you've just got the circles outlined. I just thought it was something different rather than drawing the circles. And the kids can have a go at this to make their own snowman. So you can use lots of different shapes of the cups to make it the size that you want. Then, using some cotton balls, I have torn them up and stuck them on. And we've got a piece of fabric for nose, and I've used some felt for the hat and some pom-poms for the buttons. And then to make the snow falling down, I've used some white paint. And this is an activity just to get creative and explore, and remember that it's children's work. So obviously I've done this one. So if your children don't stick the wool where it needs to go, if it's at the top of the page, it's absolutely fine, because it's their work and they are showing you what they are capable of, and it's special to them, so treasure it. You can use language as to what you're doing. So when you first make the circle, oh, the hole's empty, can we fill his tummy? Can we fill his tummy by using the cotton wool and filling it up? And you can talk about the texture. What does it feel like? Is it fluffy? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it rough? And then placing things in the right place. And you can talk about, where are your eyes? Where is your nose? And where would you wear a hat? Just so that children develop that understanding of our bodies. So that is activity 2. Next, we're going to have a go at making our own snow. So I'm going to make this up during this video for you so you can see how easy it is. So first of all, I've got some corn flour, and then I have got some hair conditioner, some white hair conditioner, because snow is white. And you can use any, so I've used the cheapest that I could find in the supermarket. So to make this, what you would need is the corn flour, the conditioner, a cup, a bowl, and something to mix it with. So depending on how much you want would depend on the measurements you have, but basically you would have 1 cup of conditioner to 2.5 cups of corn flour, and if you wanted more, you'd obviously just double that. So we'll start that up. So start it in here, just open that a little bit. It might be easier if I take that out of the bag. So I'll have a look. This obviously corn flour this is a messy activity. Get your children involved. You know, nothing here that you're using will stain clothes. So you've got 1 cup and it goes into the bowl like so. And you can see, it makes a splash. So if you wanted and you didn't want to put the conditioner in, you could just use the corn flour, to be fair. But the conditioner helps to bind it together so that you can make things like snowballs and we can build a snowman. So I've got 2 cups. So we can look, you can talk about things as you're doing what's happening. And you can think, what does it smell like? This smell very much, this corn flour, but depending on what conditioner you use will determine what the smell is like. So that's 2.5 cups of corn flour to 1 cup of conditioner. Now, the more times that you do this, you probably get used to the measurements and you won't have to use a cup to even measure it out. You can just play along and squeeze it in there. It's gone on the table. It doesn't matter, it's not going to stain anything. And scoop that with my fingers actually and pop it in there. So I'm going to get a mess anyway. So in goes the conditioner. And then it's mixing. So just like a baking activity, get your children involved and mix it up. And you'll see what starts to happen. My conditioner smells like coconuts. Oh, what happens? We'll mix it up. If you wanted to make more of a dough, like a play dough, you use just a little bit less corn flour so that it sticks together a little bit more firmly. So you would use 2 cups of corn flour to 1 cup of play dough. So what's happened here is it's starting to come again nicely thicker, and you should be able to pick it up with your hands in a moment. It smells really nice. Get that out of there. So hands are going to get messy because it will be sticky at first. So get a little bit out. And it's snow. There we are. And the more you rub it together, the better it'll be. So you could knead it a little bit first. It will come together like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the bowl and put it onto my table so that you can see what happens. So move the bowl up to the book off. And there we have the snow. So I can make a snowman. Can you make a snowman with yours? Oh, let's have a look. So here's his hair, body. There it is. And here is his head. And you can use different things for eyes. And you could put a scarf around there. It looks like a really lovely snowman, doesn't it? Real. Now, guys, to extend this activity a little bit further, of course, children can just sit and play with this for hours. It's quite therapeutic, isn't it, playing with things like this? It's a sensory activity. It's to get those senses going. I've also created something else for you to have a go at and to use your snow on a sensory tray. So here I've got a tray and I've lined it with white paper and I've put things on like cotton balls for snow. I've made like a wintry scene. I've got some pipe cleaners that are sparkly and I've got some marshmallows. So you could sprinkle your snow on to the scene like so. And you could play around with it in there. And it's just using things that are encouraging children to use all of their senses. So, you know, the marshmallows, you could see what they tasted like. What does this feel like? Is it soft? What does it sound like? It's crunchy. And what does it smell like? And can you hear the crumbling? You might not be able to hear it there, but it does make a noise. You can pop your snowman on there. You can put things on. You can wrap a scarf around there if you wanted to. There's lots of different things that you can do to extend this activity and get lots of fun and lots of enjoyment out of there. You see? So guys, I hope you have lots of fun. Remember, Messy activities are really, really fun for children. I know that they make a mess and sometimes that you know you might not want to do these things in the home, but nothing here can't be cleaned away. It's not going to stain anything. If it gets on the floor, if it gets on clothes, gets in hair, it will be cleaned. There's no staining involved. Obviously, with this snow that we've made, we've used hair conditioner, so you don't really want them to put this in their mouth. But other than that, it's a safe, fun learning activity for young children. I hope you guys have lots of fun with it. So take care and stay safe, guys. Bye.